Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chilanda and this is Library Without Borders. Alright, as you can see, I'm not all done up. I feel so weird, but hey, we're still gonna do what I need to do today. As I mentioned previously in one of my videos, I said that I was gonna do a vlog for my birthday. Right now it's still the 24th of August. My birthday is actually on the 31st of August, but I've actually finished reading all the books that I set myself to read for the month of August. So thank you. And I decided that I was gonna read The Birthday Girl because initially I was gonna read it on my birthday. It's fairly small. I knew I was either gonna start on the 30th all the way to the 31st and finish it on the 31st and give you my thoughts about it. But since I have no other books to read until the 31st, I'm gonna start this vlog right now. I am working, believe it or not. Here my headset. I usually read when I'm working because it's not that busy. The book that I was going to be reading for the vlog is The Birthday Girl because I finished reading all the books that I set myself to read for the month of August, except this one. I decided that I'll start my vlog early, I'll bring you on a journey. What is this book about? She was turning 40. Like I said, not today, not me. Her company was worth $30 million. I wish. She was happily married. A stretch by they weren't getting divorced yet, so that was something. She had 4 gorgeous children, counting Sam, which she always did, and it was time to celebrate in this fabulous new house that she had bought fully furnished just 2 months ago. It was going to be grand. Everyone who mattered in her life was going to be there tonight. Her phone buzzed with a text. Talk about a blast from the past. From before she was Ellie de Florence Stinson, before she was herself, really. Happy birthday, girl. Another text. See you tonight. Oh, a promise or a threat? Was she feeling butterflies or tasting bile? It was her 40th birthday. All the important people in her life would be there, including him. Okay. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. Come on. By the way, this is my first book by Melissa de la Cruz. So we shall see. I've seen that she's written enough other books, and there's one other book that she's popular for, so maybe I'll pick it up. I think it's what is it? Alex and Eliza trilogy. I might get into that. We'll see. Let's just get with this one first. Sorry. Can't forget to put my headset because I'm working. So it's 8:04. Wait, is she French? Because she says the first after party would be held at the Ace Hotels and famous drag queen bingo, bien sûr. Oh, hence her name. Okay. denying it as hot as Satan's armpit in the backyard. Who says that? Like, you've been in Satan's armpit? Sheesh. What? That's so terrible. They'd been in love once. They even used to have sex. Remember sex? Sure, married sex and all the lameness that phrase implied. Hurried before the kids got up or fatigued after the kids went to sleep kind of sex. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay. Girl, who are you? To want to be friends with Mark Jacobs, Carl Lardfield, and Anna Wintour. Okay. You're not just a regular chick, are you? Oh, they didn't respond. Oh, okay. They declined politely. Ooh. That's gotta hurt. Okay, so that was the first chapter. We obviously meet Eli. He's just talking about the planning of her birthday, of her 40th birthday, how she invited all these people. They are grand people. She also invited Mark Jacobs and all of them, but she was just talking about it, having invited them before for her previous birthday, and she didn't feel like she should invite them, I guess, for her 40th birthday. But now she's talking about her previous husband that she had was really, really old. They weren't really in love, but they had a lust for each other. They were feeling each other, but then something happened and they weren't feeling each other, but they were going back and forth. The man, what's his name? Archer was her older husband. He promised her that he'd give her a kid. They tried for so long until she was 30, because she met him when she was really young. They finally got Gigi, that's her name, Gigi. And then fast forward, it didn't work out. She met Todd, and apparently Todd is her now husband, and it looks like they're not really in love with each other, because the way she talks about him, she describes him as, being like overweight, and how he's always asking her what she's buying, how much she was, where she's going out, and their relationship is just curt, very curt. So that's the first chapter. It's very interesting. It has those Hollywood real life type of vibe, which I don't really vibe with. Like, I'm not one to watch those Real Housewife of Bel-Air or Atlanta, or I don't watch none of those shows. I don't think the book will unfold in that kind of theme. So we shall see. I shall update you in a few. So, I didn't do a lot of reading. I mean, I just finished chapter 2, and this book is something else. You know how I was excited that the character, what's her name? Ellie de Florent. You know how I was excited? I was like, that almost sounds like me. But then we're going back into her past, and oh my god, I still don't know if it's her, because they're talking about Leo and Mish. M-I-S-H. How would you pronounce that? Mish? Anyway, so they're talking about these two young girls who live in a trailer. They're gross. They're weird. Apparently Mish is like the baddest one. She's like the badder. Like, not badder. She's the worst out of the two. Apparently Leo's dad killed someone by just punching the person, because they were in a fight when he was at a bus stop, and a fight ensued, and he just punched the guy and killed him, so he's in prison. So Leo never really got to meet her dad. And then Mish as well, her dad also went to prison for drug use or drug selling. So you can just imagine the past life of these two girls. And you also get to find out that these two girls are not really good at school. They're not good in sports. So what they're good at, boys? I mean, there's this part where Leo actually talks about Mish and how she's really good at giving head. And that's what they're talking about. So I was like, I know this story has something to do with Eli. She's probably Leo or Mish. I don't know. It doesn't say yet. So this is so... And who says hoochie? Brooke's parents were cool about his trailer park hoochie. Like, when was this book written? I need to find that out because hoochie is very old. Like, that sounds very 90s or early 2000s. Who said that? Now we talk about thought, things like that. But yeah. Okay, guys, I don't think... I'm gonna do a little bit more reading. I'll probably finish chapter 3. But the next update is gonna come tomorrow. Okay. Y'all like the lights at the back? Let me just change it for you. Oh, do we like this? Ooh, this does set the tone. And because I have the computer light, I can still read. It's very bright. See? I can still read, so. But I usually have the light on. This is very Christmassy, and I'm not ready for Christmas. What? So let's just put it back to blue. Yeah. No, it was green. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the light. I'll talk to you, I think, tomorrow. Lights out. Hey guys, so today is August 29, and to tell you the truth, I have not done as much reading as I hoped to do. And it's just because my shift at work changed, whereas before, I would do a lot more reading during my overnight shift. Now I'm doing a semi-overnight shift, so it's pretty busy at the beginning of my shift, so it has reduced a little bit of the time that I had to read. So just bear with me, but as you know, we are reading The Birthday Girl. So far, it's interesting. I mean, it's definitely not the type of book I have been reading since I've started this BookTube. It's a good book, but I don't think if it wasn't for the fact that it was the birthday girl and I was celebrating my birthday, that I'd pick it up, I mean, it sounded interesting when I was reading the synopsis, and it sounded like it was gonna be a good ride, but it's just what's the word I'm looking for? It's not of good taste. Also, guys, sorry for my hair here. I mean, I just threaded it, African style, because I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. It's the 30th, and then the next day is my birthday. Plus, we are going on a small trip, my husband and I, for the weekend. So, I'm just stretching my hair. That's why it's in this state, for my hair to be, I guess, easily combable. Well, anyways, since we last spoke, I think I had stopped at chapter 3. So far, I'm now on chapter 7. I'm trying to think if Ellie is Leo or Mish, but I believe she's Leo. So far, I'm at the part where Leo is celebrating her birthday with Mish, and they're going to the mall, Nordstrom, and they're trying to do something special for Leo. She's turning 16, I believe, and Mish is obviously her best friend, and she promised her that they're gonna have a good time, that Brooks, who's her boyfriend, the rich boyfriend who lives in the suburbs, because they live in a trailer, was gonna bring a group of friends with whom they were gonna have much fun and so on. And come to discover, I'm at a part where Leo and Mish decide to rob the store because, as she says, it's her birthday. She deserves to have all these good things, and if she doesn't steal them, when can she truly have these things, So that's where I'm at. I'm not sure I am liking the characters. I'm not sure I like them. Like, I want to like them because I know their circumstances are not favorable due to the fact that both their dads are in prison for different things, and their mothers are working hard even though they live in trailers, and all that kind of stuff. So I know their beginnings are not favorable to them, but their personalities are just, I have a hard time liking their personalities. So we'll see as the story unfolds. We'll see. Hey guys, I woke up like this. Nah, I'm just joking. Alright guys, as you know, it is my birthday finally. Whoop, whoop. And I got plenty of things I gotta do first. I'm on my way to get me a little tattoo, to celebrate my new year. And also I will be stopping at Chapters to grab maybe 1 or 2 books. Follow me. Alright guys, so I just finished purchasing my books for my birthday, a gift to me from me, but I know Babes has some other gift for me, so
Yeah. And I have a gift here.
you have a gift for me?
No, that's your gift. This is my gift. That's your gift.
After the bookstore, we left, we went back home. I had a little party with the family and friends. Also, I blew my cake, yay! And the very next day, we left late in the afternoon. The kids and I, hubby and my sister, went to Montreal, took that trip. We met a little traffic on the way, but part of the trip. After that, it was Saturday, we had the wedding. Then came Sunday. Sunday, we went hiking. My sister, my husband, his friend. We went into this beautiful Jewish neighborhood. Guys, the houses were absolutely beautiful. They blew our minds. They had me dreaming. I was like, I need to get me one of them houses, one of those houses. So it was really fun, although I was not dressed appropriately because it was just a random hike that we decided to take. It was a gorgeous day, very, very hot, but it was beautiful, a beautiful way to end the weekend. And oh yeah, that's my son. He's rocking the Congolese flag. Yay, Congo. But it was a beautiful way to end the weekend. That's us on our way back home. We went back quite late. As you can see, it's dark, but we made it home safe.
Hey guys, do you hear how quiet it is? You know what that means? Kids are in school. I finally have my last born in school. This, like the chirping noise of birds I'm hearing in my brain. It's unbelievable. Like there's no chattering. I can actually hear my thoughts. Like, oh. Okay guys, I'm so happy to be in front of you right now. I know for the month of August I did not put out a lot of videos. It was a busy month. Outside of it being my birthday month, it was really busy. You know, we needed to get ready for back to school. We had a little trip in Montreal at the end of the month. A lot of things were happening within the family, but other than that, that was the reason why I didn't put out videos. I did the vlog as I promised I would do for my birthday, and the book that I chose was The Birthday Girl by Melissa de la Cruz. Now, had I known what I was getting myself into, I don't think I would have chose this book for my first vlog, but I mean, the title just made so much sense, right? And that's what I'm going to talk to you about. Ellie de Florence Stinson. Man, oh boy, oh boy. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? I want to read what I wrote so I know I'm not forgetting anything. Because as I was reading this book, I was just like, what did I get myself into? Like, oh Lord. We follow Ellie Stinson. She is celebrating her 40th birthday. Good for her. What we find out is that she comes from poverty. Like when we say poverty. And what I realized in the book is that, you know, we were going back and forth during her teen years. It was mostly that birthday year that we would go back to and jumping back into the present. Let me just read you my resume of the book. The main character is named Ellie. She's celebrating her 40th birthday in a grand way. She's married to Todd. They have a blended family. Ellie lives among the rich and famous, and the vile and the friendly. Ellie has done it all to attain such high position among the elites of Hollywood society. We also bounce between the past and the present, learning about Eli's childhood, what and who shaped her. Ellie has daddy issues, mommy issues, and husband issues, if not children issues as well. The culminating point in the story is when Ellie receives a text message while planning her big bash birthday. The text sounds like if the person sending the message comes through, all her life's accomplishments will come tumbling down in a matter of seconds. Her relationship with Todd is very toxic. Although it did not start like that, she belittles him, talks down on him, makes negative comments about his weight, which today, that'll be unacceptable. That's fat shaming. We don't do that. Which I find unscrupulous coming from someone like her because, she's coming from poverty, and who is she to judge knowing her situation? You'd think she had more sympathy towards people. So in Ellie's narcissistic ways, her outrage and concerns were not for the sake of Sam. So at this point, Sam is obviously the daughter of Todd. She loves Sam as her own. So Sam comes at the party unexpectedly and announces something happened at school. And obviously, Ellie is outraged. She is beside herself. Not because she's concerned for Sam, but because she is concerned about what society, her people, her entourage would think if her daughter Sam does not make it to the school, those privileged schools. So I thought that was quite tasteless, my opinion. What can I say about this book? I don't know, guys. I don't know how I feel about it. It had some interesting moments, but I just found that I was not relating to Ellie. Like, I found that the way she came across was just too judgmental. Like, she was impatient. She was very narcissistic. For example, her outlook on the world, on life itself, obviously is shaped by the way her mom raised her. Like here she says, everyone cheats, no one is faithful, no one is good. The world is cruel, the universe is indifferent, and your husband will sleep with someone else in time. How do you even have hope if that's your outlook of life? Doesn't stop there. And then she says, when her friends caught their husbands cheating, they didn't even divorce them. Usually they just embarked on revenge affairs. Divorce was messy, a drain on the lifestyle and the cash flow, plus there were kids to think about. A revenge affair was much more efficient. Now, I don't want to be Ellie's friend. That's not the way I roll, but I don't know. So just another part, okay? When she's actually having this conversation with Todd. So I don't know if I mentioned it in previous parts, but she obviously has financial issues. There was an investment that she was working on and it fell through. At least that's what she thinks, right? And then she's trying to speak with Todd, trying to talk to him about their bills and their dire financial situation. He's eating, I guess, a pie, and she's like, "Really, Todd? Another piece?" He crammed the last bite into his mouth and shot her a look of contempt. "No one else is eating. It's all going to waste." "Yeah, your waste," she said. "Stop being a bully." Like, what kind of wife is she? Like, that's so despicable. He had crumbs around his mouth and she wished he would wipe them off. He looked like a pig. Honestly, what was she so worried about? What 20-year-old would want to sleep with them? This book, I swear I was over it. Okay, besides her dwindling or railing relationship with her husband, she also has this friendship with Mish. Now, Mish and Ellie, she was called Leo. So back in the days before she was Ellie, she was called Leo. No, she was called Mish. So remember at the beginning when I started the vlog, I thought Leo would be Ellie because it just makes sense. Her full name is Eleanor. So I thought the Leo came from Eleanor and then Ellie from that. No, apparently she's Mish and Leo is her friend. And this friendship between her and Leo is also toxic. And I don't think we should blame her. It is simply the place in which she grew up. You know, that's all she knew. And she didn't know how to nurture the friendship she had with Leo. And come to find out, at some point in the book, something does happen between Leo and Mish, and I was actually, for once, shocked. That last part piqued my interest because I was like, oh no, yeah, it did pique my interest, really, truly. So that was my experience with the birthday girl. As I said, it was hard for me to really get into it just because I didn't really feel the character Mish or Ellie. I didn't relate to her as a mother. I didn't relate to her as a human being, as a person. And I know, knowing her past, I should maybe empathize with her, but I wasn't feeling it. So I'm gonna rate this book, because I gotta conclude this vlog. I'm going to rate this book a 2 out of 5. And I'm so sorry because I think Melissa de la Cruz is actually a good writer. She is a New York Times best-selling author of Alex and Eliza, and I'm actually interested to read that book. So I should have probably started reading another book of her instead of reading The Birthday Girl, because my experience with it, I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. But I hope outside of this book review, the whole vlog itself was interesting and that you enjoyed this vlog. And I hope to do more vlog because I found that it was interesting. You know, you get to show different aspects of your life, not just, you know, the book review part. So that's it, guys. I hope to see you in my next video. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Ciao.